when I think about when I first came to America as a teenager, if you had said the things that you just said, America's the greatest country in the world, we want America to be strong, we want America to be prosperous, we want America to be an example to the world, this would bring a political consensus across the spectrum. Most Americans, Republican or Democrat, would agree. But it seems like now those very statements have become controversial. In other words, there's one group of people who think America's the greatest, but then there's another group that thinks America's the worst. In other words, that these symbols of America, far from being things to celebrate, are things to bemoan and to be sorry about. And a lot of the fights, even about the curriculum and the statues, seem to revolve around these two competing narratives about America. So my question to you is, well, let's talk a little bit about what you hope your podcast will accomplish. Are you trying to bring the two sides together? Are you trying to make the case for the values that you were raised in being right and the other guys being wrong? Why do you think that we've got this kind of, let's almost call it anti-Americanism right here in America?
I think we can call it that, Dinesh. I think we can, and it makes me so sad, so sad. I have been to multiple Olympic Games as a little kid, and then I've covered about 5 of them, I think, as a broadcaster. And there you see the celebration of friendship across all international lines, but there have been certainly many political demonstrations at these as well. I sadly think that a lot of this anti-Americanism is taught in schools, and I can recall some of it on my own. I went to Berkeley, so I certainly saw enough of it there. I went to graduate school at Southern Cal in business, which sort of gave me another view of the world. And like I said, I've traveled so much. I hope my podcast does 2 things. Yeah, I want to make the case that I believe this is the greatest country in the world, and here's why. But I do want to talk to people with whom I disagree and people with whom I agree. I want to try to bridge this. There's got to be more understanding. And I think so many of the arguments against America, against patriotism, are emotionally based. They're not based in, I mean, yes, we've had our problems, and yes, we've made mistakes, and we've been working ever since to rectify those. And I think that instead of looking at that progress and building on that progress, for whatever reason, and I think some of the reasons are sinister, people want to hang on to the complaints of the past, which are important. We need to discuss them. We need to teach them. But we don't need to teach that you're either on one side of this issue or the other because of the color of your skin. I think it's just, it sickens me.